残酷な天使のように少年よ神話になれ。
What you saw there is another Blaze one-tap which I found about 3 weeks ago and built upon with a few friends to create the most efficient way of getting Blaze XP thus far. And today I will tell you how it happened, show some stuff from behind the scenes, and tell you how it made me 10 billion coins and ultimately got patched just 3 weeks after being made. The day was March 13, 2024. Skyblock patch notes 0.19.12 released, and with them the new refreshed tab list and some less substantial changes, or at least people have thought. If you scroll far enough, you can see that a bunch of pets got reworked and buffed, including the Snowman pet. The perk that really brought my attention was the reworked Snow Cannon, which now deals 20% of your last hit as damage. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, damn, that's broken. Well, it is, but there was a small issue. The snowman didn't aggro onto an enemy as long as you didn't hit it, meaning that any decent amount of damage you could have done would instantly get reset. At least that's what they thought would happen. With enough testing, about 15 minutes, I found out that using a tribal spear does not count as you dealing damage, but it does make the snow cannon perk activate. Though something was still off. After a few minutes, the damage would always go down from millions to nothing. That's when I realized that ferocity strikes work on snowballs shot by your pet. It was not ideal, considering you had to remove your god potion to get rid of all your ferocity. Wait, but why? Can't you just use a booster cookie to disable potion effects that give ferocity? Well, no, because admins forgot about Jerry Candy, which you cannot remove unless you are not using a god potion. And guess what it gives? 2 ferocity. Great. Well, so now what? How are we meant to deal at least 750 million damage in one shot to then even try spawning a T4 Blaze with just using a Tribal Spear, which already sounds horrible on paper? The answer is, we don't have to do that. The moment I realized that you would have to constantly use a Tribal Spear was the moment I turned up to some of my goons, as I knew this Blaze one-tap could only reach peak efficiency in a huge party while many trading. With a party set and ready, there was only one more thing we had to do, and that is to deal the 750 million damage. From experience over the past year and a half, I instantly knew we had to use a Gauntlet of Contagion with enough additive multipliers on a high HP mob to even try getting close to that number. The mob of choice was a runic corrupted millennia-aged Blaze, with a 0.5% chance a mob can spawn in a runic state, which quadruples its normal health value. Using a totem of corruption on that mob triples the quadrupled value, bringing the HP to 360 mil, meaning we only had to get the gauntlet from 10% to 105% damage dealt, which then would get multiplied with the Moody grapple shot. We did that for the first 2 days, and it did work, but it was not the most efficient, considering we had to force spawn a runic Blaze, which takes about 20 minutes to set up without fails with a maxed out party. On day 3 though, I found something that would completely change the requirements of setting up a lobby. While my goons were grinding out a runic, I was doing some flaming spider bestiary, and I stumbled upon George. Now, who is George? George is the most powerful entity in all of Skyblock. Even though he looks like a normal cave spider, his health value is equal to this. Now, I cannot read that, but to put it in a scale, George has 10 to the power of 229 times particles in our observable universe set as health. Now, just to be clear, his health is capped at 6 bill, but he only spawns with the 32-bit Java integer limit. Spawning George is very simple, as it only requires you to unload a T4 Tarantula Slayer during the spawn animation. With that out of the way, we got to the final version of the one-tap, where one person kills the other bosses while the other reach mini XP. It was time to make some coin. Just when we thought we were in the clear, everything fell into ruin. Another party appeared out of nowhere. Not only that, but we were also getting tracked by the top 1 Blaze XP I'm not good. 3 days later, Dio found out, and with that, basically the entire endgame community started doing it, crushing the prices of every single Blaze Slayer drop 5-fold in just that day of Aatrox. The admins had to step up and put a 200,000 damage cap on the Snowman pet ability, ending the one-tap once and for all, only 3 weeks after it was discovered. I myself did not get to Blaze 9, but I did get about 6 people to reach it and profit a few billion coins in the process. With that, you should subscribe, because I'll be doing a 300 million coin giveaway if this video gets me to 1000 subscribers. This was Millard, and I'll see myself out.